Hello twin flames, thank you for being here, for liking, subscribing and all the amazing comments and feedback you leave me. It means the world, as you know, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family because we're here for you every day, and every day I'm shuffling and I'm so excited. Today I've got a brand new deck of cards to shuffle, the Hocus Pocus Tarot. I'm just over the moon about this deck. I used this with members yesterday and I'm so excited to bring it in today. So, you know, I love the film Hocus Pocus. Bette Midler is amazing. I love Sarah Jessica Parker. And, you know, it's such a great story. It's like one that stuck with me all throughout my life. So I'm really excited to use this deck. And I'm also going to bring in the Thera-Pets deck. Now, I use these in the daily angel readings for today, and it's a really powerful deck. So, you know, this is just a gorgeous deck. And, you know, it can also be used as a children's deck. So if you're thinking of maybe buying a children's deck for someone, maybe a niece or a nephew, or even your own son or daughter, this can be a great deck to buy. You know, and just to remind you as well, if you are thinking about that, our soul sister Sandra from World Illuminator 11, she's created a children's deck of cards. So, and, you know, she's actually gifted one to her own, you know, nieces and nephews. So big sign that, you know, this is about children in our lives having purpose, you know. So remember, if there is children, and obviously this is a time for children, it's Christmas, but they're giving me a block in the throat. Try and have compassion for your twin's journey as well as your own, because if there are children involved, you know, they are innocent and they're here to grow, and they are souls and they have a mission, and they are here for a reason too. So try and see it from a much higher point of view, especially if, you know, the masculines have just had a child or there's anything like that going on. Remember, it's all connected with, you know, why we've come, you know, what we've signed up for. It's about what we've come here to do. And you guys will be together at the right time, and there'll be blessings for all. Everything will happen for the highest good of all. So we're going to bring this deck in too. So thank you, angels. What's the energy, please, around the connection today? The energy around the connection today. Here we go. The energy around the divine feminines today. Wow, I'm going to put them back in. Let me try again. I want clear cards, perhaps one or two cards. Yeah, I'm going to put them back in. I'm not feeling they're ready. So it's a brand new deck. I have given it a good shuffle, but I know when the cards are ready. Okay, what do we need to know for the divine feminines? What do we need to know for the divine feminines? There we go. And for the divine masculines today, please, angels. There we go, straight out there. So what energy is around the connection today? There we go. The energy around the divine feminines and the energy around the divine masculines. There we go. Wow, okay. Let me grab these for the connection. Wow, amazing. Okay, I've just seen what one was. So they just showed me in my mind as well a polar bear. So I do feel there's this energy about not giving up. Don't give up on this love. Don't give up. You're so close to achieving your goals. So the energy then around right now, we've got the 5 of potions. Now, this is very powerful anyway, because the number 5 energy is about change, and it's about remembering that everything will come in at the right time. And potions, you know, these are things that we can drink, and they can bring in changes. They're showing me in my mind the way that, you know, in Harry Potter, Hermione and Ron and Harry, you know, they have that polyjuice potion, and they can, you know, take on a role of being someone else. So the masculines sometimes take on a role of being someone else. You know, so right now they may be taking on the role of being the doting father, or the devoted husband, or, you know, the loving wife, and it's illusion. You're being reminded that you see the truth. You know the truth. You know that Harry, Hermione or Ron have taken that polyjuice potion. And you also know that things can go wrong when we try and be somebody else, because look what happened to Hermione. Yeah, she got the potion wrong and she ended up becoming half cat. So sometimes things go wrong when we try and hide who we are. You know, most of the time things can go wrong when we try and hide who we are. It may work for a while, but then it wears off, and we have to be authentic. We have to be true. And that's the message coming through. So whatever changes your masculine has gone through, whoever they've been pretending to be, the time of change is here. So you've been asked to trust in the power of love and the power of the connection to make things happen and change. So we've got this cat saying you're not going to succeed at everything you try, and that's okay. So this is remembering it's okay. This journey is okay. It's going to be okay, and it's working out in your favour. So sometimes the masculines feel like they've failed. They feel like a failure. And they have to deal with that, especially if, they know their relationship isn't working with their karmic partner, or, they've outlived the job or outgrown it. And they say me outlive because, it's going to carry on. Whatever they're doing, it's going to carry on, that job, but they're going to move on from it. So they're saying, it's okay to be different. It's okay to make changes. You're not going to succeed at everything you try. So the masculines especially can feel like a failure in certain parts of their life. And this is reassurance that it's going to be okay. And you're going to be okay. You don't have to be brilliant at everything you do, but you were brilliant at some things, and you're good at some things and not at others, and that's okay. So you're being reminded as a light worker that the things that you are passionate about and love to do is part of your purpose and mission. You don't have to say you're good at everything, because we are more focused on what we're doing. For me, for example, my forte is working with cards and connecting with the angels. I can do mediumship and other things, but I prefer to do what, my gifts are very much connected with and what I'm passionate about. For example, I know someone, and this in real life, this isn't anything to do with channels or YouTube. This in real life, I know someone who, I call her the jack of all psychic, because she says she can do everything. And you can't do everything. I've got a good friend called Gary Markwick, and, he's a palm reader. That's his passion. That's his purpose, his mission. He focuses on that. He can do cards, he can do other things, but he focuses on doing his palm readings. You may be a Reiki healer. You may focus on healing in that way, and that's your mission. The person I know who says, I call her jack of all psychic, because she says she can do everything, even crystal balls and, a Ouija board, all like everything you can think of, she can do. And you're not going to succeed at everything. If you say you're good at everything, you won't be good at everything, because we are human as well as spiritual. So we can excel at things, but, we are better at some things than others. And you're being reminded of that. And the reason they're bringing this up is because, don't be so hard on yourself if you try and do something and it doesn't work for you, or you're not feeling connected with it in some way, but you're more passionate about something or someone else. I say someone else because this is also about your twin, and you and your twin connecting. So you may have actually thought, oh, okay, I'm going to try and date someone else, and it just doesn't work. It does not succeed because you're not meant to be doing it. Okay, you tried, it didn't work, it's fine. It's better to be single and happy than trying to navigate around a connection that doesn't serve you. And that's where the masculines are, that's where they go wrong, because they try and remain in a relationship that doesn't serve them, trying to be or pretending to be someone they're not, and it does not work. And then the potion wears off and they have to make the required changes. So I feel connected with your mission and purpose. You're realising now what you're good at and what you are here to do and focus on, and that's what you're going to succeed at, and it's okay to let everything else go. You need to give yourself time to heal, no matter how long that ends up being. So you're being reminded that this journey is in divine timing. You can't put timelines on these things. Timelines are guidelines, but the angels know. It's like when people talk about, Jesus coming back, or what do they call it? When he come back. Okay, I'm trying to focus on one thing, and I'm trying to channel something else. But it's on the tip of my tongue. When he's supposed to come back. I don't personally believe in that. We've all got religious beliefs. It's like when they go up and he comes back down and all of these things. But this is about realising that, it doesn't matter how long the journey takes, or these things are going to happen at the right time. It's like a form of ascension. We have to give ourselves time to heal. Nobody knows when something is going to happen apart from God. We don't know how long we're here for. Someone said about when I did that reading about no guarantees, that's what the masculine is afraid of. The masculine is afraid that he's going to walk away from his life and there's no guarantee that you're going to be there waiting for him or wanting him. But we know inside that this journey is meant to be because we have faith in it, we trust it. But tomorrow isn't guaranteed. The only person who knows how long we're going to be here for is God and Jesus, and it's the rapture, thank you. Nobody knows when the rapture's supposed to happen or when Jesus is supposed to return or any of these things. But there is signs there about, in the Bible, it gives signs about what will happen or change in the world as an indicator of these things to come. And that's what happens when you are shown the signs, because you see signs as an indicator of what's to come. You see a preview of what's to come. So the angels are reminding you that it's okay to give yourself a rest, to give yourself time to heal, to take your time. You don't need to force or rush this connection because what's meant for you will be for you. And you are going to get through this just fine. And I feel this is an extra message for the masculines today because, this really resonates with the masculines reading as well. And, the masculines needing to do it at their own pace and without pressure, to make decisions without pressure so that they can follow through on those plans and, be with you instead of trying to rush things before they're ready to actually make it happen or if they're feeling stressed out. So whenever you're going through today in your connection, you are going to get through this just fine. The angels are reassuring you of that. So for the masculine energy, this is powerful because we got the Wheel of Fortune, but they're showing me this like the book, the book of instructions. They have to throw that book away. In other words, what I'm feeling with the book there, if that's what they're showing it me as, okay? That could be anything in there, but it's actually a grave, okay? So I'm seeing it as two things. So first of all, they're showing it me as a book, and the book is the way they've always done things. They've done things by the book, okay? And that's because of how they've grown up or through their previous relationships, through programming and conditioning of society. They've done things by the book. Well, it's time to throw that book away. It's time to throw looking for a guidebook, to throw that away and do things their own way. And that takes powerful courage and bravery and strength to do it differently. So this is also a grave. So this is about transformation, change. It's like whatever they are in, they've dug their own grave and they have to be the one to get out of that. They have to be the one to release that. So, when I'm connecting with this card, I'm not feeling it's anything else other than what I'm sharing with you, that, they know that they have things they have to change. And you have to be patient with that. And, it says you are a fighter ever onwards. So the masculine has got the fight in them to do this. They are capable of changing. They are capable of releasing themselves from the past. Don't think as a divine feminine that you have to save your twin or rescue them, because they can save and rescue themselves. That's part of why they've come. And, they show me this as a phoenix rising. The masculines are now gathering their strength to make changes. So it may seem like he's asleep or he's not paying attention or he's not bothered, but inside he's rising up like the warrior that he is to fight for this love. And for the feminine, we've got, this is powerful anyway because it says dead man's toes. And, what happens with this one? Okay, they make a potion and they have to put things in the potion and, Bette Midler's kind of like, I can't remember what it is. And Sarah Jessica Parker's kind of running around saying, dead man's toes, dead man's toes. And this is reminding you that toes are connected with minor fears of the future. Now, yesterday we had the thumbs coming out for the masculines and today we've got toes. So they may be hurting the toes. Now, this really resonates because my masculine George, he's been going through things to do with his toes. He cut his toe quite badly and it's still healing, because it was quite a bad cut because it takes time to heal. But this is reminding you that everything will be okay. So if you find that you were hurting your toes, banging your toes up, or, you perhaps some shoes have rubbed your toes, rubbed your toes, blisters, maybe you've gone out somewhere divine feminine and, you've had shoes on with heels and they've rubbed your toes. This is saying to you, the minor fears of the future, let them go, because everything's going to be fine. You're going to get through this just fine. And I'm really seeing this as a new beginning, making the potion for the new beginning. So I'm seeing this as preparation. Now, yesterday we spoke about preparation in the daily twin flame reading. We spoke about how we put everything we want into the mixing bowl, and then we put the cake mix in the oven, and they give me fear, and we release fear around how long it's taking, trusting that it will come in at the right time. And if you're seeing butterflies, it's a symbol of transformation. And the green energy is very healing because that's connected with Archangel Raphael. So all the minor fears that you have about the future, about the timings, about all these things, let that go and let this potion brew, because it will happen at the right time. And a dead man is about resurrection and healing and change. And he says the voice that tells you that you aren't good enough apparently does not know you at all. He says you are amazing. So remember this, as a divine feminine, as a twin flame, as a light worker, you are absolutely amazing. And you absolutely are. And don't let that voice in your head tell you you're not enough, or you're not good enough, or you're doing something wrong, or don't take things personally. Or if someone's trying to knock you down or make you feel bad about this journey, or think, do you believe in it? Is it real? All these things. Your voice is bigger than that voice. Okay, your higher self is stronger than the ego that tries to edge all the goodness out. Your adult self is more mature than your inner child, and the fears that the inner child goes through. So be that reassuring energy today. Be that lighthouse that says, I know that I'll be fine, because you are amazing. So use the affirmation, I am safe, I am fine, I am amazing, because you are. And your masculine sees you that way. Your masculine knows how amazing you are, knows who you are, knows what you are. And you are also this warrior, this fighter ever onwards. That means it's going to continue. So whatever mask they are wearing, whatever polyjuice potion they are taking to try and be someone else, it won't last. It'll wear off. There could also be crazy things that happen to them along the way, like Hermione having to hide in that toilet because she turned into a cat. So remember, the universe will and does and is creating the way. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.